All right, so let's go over the most important mechanic in Valorant, a mechanic that everybody needs to work on, even the top pros. So, counter-strafing. How to improve at counter-strafing and how to become really, really, really good at this game and drop a lot of high kills without having to put a ton of effort into the game. And this will help you win most duels. And it works with both the Phantom and the Vandal, and every single gun in the game, actually. And it's a basic mechanic that everybody should get used to. So, when you're counter-strafing, and a lot of people will do this, so this is how I would kind of describe a normal like player's movement and aim. They kind of go and say like they're peeking here, and they see somebody here, so they'll do one of this movement. Here, let me clear the board. Something like that. But a more advanced strategy for more advanced players and smarter players would be to do this. And the benefits of doing this over going into a full spray is you stay moving, you continuously are a moving target, so you no longer have to worry about, you know, crouching and getting headshot by the enemy. So like if you go into like a full spray and you stand still, you become a very, very easy target to headshot. Especially if the enemy does the same thing. So say like you peek the corner and you start shooting at somebody and they go into a crouching position and you're doing this, you get a free headshot because they're standing still, you're moving, they have to go into a full spray and get lucky hitting you and be really good at their spray control, while all you have to do is know how to counter-strafe. And counter-strafing is super simple, although a little difficult to master, and there are some ways that you can practice and improve upon it. So one of them is you stand in the practice range. You can stand on any of these lines. The center one's probably the easiest, and you're going to go left, tap, right, tap. And then you're going to try and get this into a fluid movement. You can start off slow at first. And you see I'm letting go of the keys as I get to the side, and that's not exactly the correct movement that you want to be doing, but this can help you start getting the feel of what you should be doing. And I'll show you exactly what you should be doing. So when you're doing counter-strafing, you go left, then as soon as you press the opposite direction. So actually, a better way to think of it would be as soon as you see the target that you want to shoot. So, for example, right here is the target I want to shoot. As soon as you get there, you press the opposite movement key direction and shoot. So, and I'll show you this in practice. So, right there. So essentially, if you're moving left, as soon as you get to your target, you press D and left mouse button. And if you're going right, you press D until you get to your target, then you press A and mouse button. And you can really practice this by doing this, just one at a time, just one shot. And try and get used to the fluidity of your movement. Try not to, and a lot of players like to do this with their counter-strafes. A lot of newer players with it, they find that if you're holding A, and then you press D, you'll stop while still holding A, and you can just do this. But this is bad practice because you don't want to stop when you're counter-strafing. You want to be moving. You want to move the opposite direction so that you have a lot more, or a lot harder to hit hitbox. And I went over this in my warm-up video, but you should be practicing using this and these bots out here. So I would try and practice counter-strafing on the center here and just get a feel for your movement. But the best warm-up is probably spend, 2 to 3 minutes really getting the hang of staying moving while shooting. And you don't have to move your crosshair at all here. Just back and forth. And at first, if you don't even want to shoot, you don't have to. Just get the, 80 strafing down. And then start working in the shooting. And you'll start to get a feel of like what the right time is to shoot. Because if you shoot too early, you see my shots aren't on, right? But if you shoot at the exact time that you need to, and it's really a timing based thing, it shoots exactly where I want it. And you can start adding in mouse movement with this. So as you're going side to side, you can go, oh, there's one. And just start getting the hang of when to shoot and when to move. And then then there is a few different types of counter-strafing. So there's the stutter step version where I like to do, and it's just like quick left and then back. And you could do this opposite way as well, quick right and then back. But you really, really, really need to practice just the general idea of counter-strafing and stutter stepping here. And the idea of never stopping. And the idea of never doing this. You don't want to do this. You never want to just stop. You always want to be moving in some way. And that's the general basics of counter-strafing. And once you start getting more into the finer details of counter-strafing and you start feeling out the finer details and mechanics of counter-strafing, you'll start to get the hang of it, and you'll start to feel it out and really personalize the way you use it. Would it be better to use the Vandal if you're always counter-strafing? Not sure. Also, hi, Kristara. I don't think so. I don't like the Vandal. I actually hate the Vandal. It's the worst. Vandal is poo-poo, as Micah says. I don't know what it is about the Vandal, but it sucks pee-pee. Exactly what Micah says. Hi, Kristar. The Phantom is much more consistent. Yeah, it's extremely consistent in the way that it shoots. And that's pretty much it for counter-strafing. You really just literally every single player that plays this game can benefit from improving their counter-strafing. Like, it's one of the things that I see a lot of players do, but they literally just they mess it up, and they just beef, I don't, and it's like they get too panicked. So when you see somebody, your main goal is not to kill them as fast as humanly possible. In this game, I think your main goal is to line up a shot and kill them. As like okay, say I'm peeking this corner. If I see this guy right here, I'm not gonna immediately just go, oh shit, there's a guy there. You need to go, oh shit, there's a guy there. Now he's dead.